Hi, everyone, and welcome to our webinar today. We'd like to thank everyone for joining us today for Satellite and Cellular IoT, the next generation. So my name is Chris Lico. I'm a product marketing manager here at ORBCOMM, and I'd like to thank you for taking the time to join us today. I'll also be joined by Hugo Alvarez, who is a product manager here at ORBCOMM, and he'll be presenting our next generation device today. So before we get started, I just wanted to run through a couple of housekeeping items. The first is that this session will be recorded and it will be posted on the ORBCOMM website for future viewing. Additionally, the audience will be on listen-only mode just to minimize background noise. If you have any questions along the way, feel free to post them in the chat window and we'll make sure to answer them at the end of the webinar. And lastly, at the end of the webinar, you'll be redirected to a short survey. It's only 6 questions, and we really appreciate it if you can take the time to answer those questions because it really helps us improve our content for next time. And with that, we can get started. So briefly going through our agenda here, we're going to start with a brief ORBCOMM overview. Just for those who are less familiar with us, we can give you a brief overview. And next, we'll dive into the ST9100 device, which is our latest dual mode terminal with a number of exciting new features. We'll then review some industries that are served by our existing partners that we believe this device will really shine in. For each industry, we'll review some specific benefits and use cases. And then we'll review the key takeaways from the webinar, and we'll just review how ORBCOMM can help you in implementing exciting new solutions with this next generation device. And then finally, we'll be closing with a question and answer session. So as I said, please remember to send questions via the chat window. Now, before I hand it over to our product expert, let's just take a brief snapshot of ORBCOMM. So here at ORBCOMM, we develop and launch industry-leading IoT solutions, and we've been doing it spanning 3 decades now. We have a global network of value-added resellers, or VARs, like yourselves. Our close collaboration with these VARs involves providing hardware, software, professional services, and more. And we help these VARs develop customer-facing solutions using this technology. Our experience across a variety of industries allows us to support our partners in connecting customers with innovative solutions. Additionally, we have an expert team of field service engineers customer support reps. So we're uniquely positioned to help VARs achieve the goal of delivering these exciting solutions to customers. Our experience in this realm allows us to create innovative dual mode devices that really help us push the boundaries of what's possible by adapting to current and future customer needs, as you'll see with today's device. So on that note, I'm going to go ahead and hand it off to Hugo Alvarez. So as I said, Hugo is a product manager here at ORBCOMM, and he really specializes in dual mode solutions. He was the product lead in developing this exciting new ST9100. So with that, I'll hand it over to Hugo. Take it away.
Thanks, Chris, and thank you to everyone joining us today. As Chris mentioned, my name is Hugo Alvarez, and I'm a product manager for dual mode solutions at ORBCOMM. Today, I am excited to showcase to you the ST9100. The upcoming ST9100 is a state-of-the-art, future-proof device that communicates over the cellular network using LTE capabilities with 3G and 2G fallback, and also has the ability to fall back to the IC Data Pro satellite network when needed. It provides true ubiquitous connectivity around the world. The ST9100 is our next generation dual mode terminal that is built on our expertise from previous products, including some significant enhancements. With its programmability via the Lua framework, our partners can customize and tailor their solutions to fulfill customers' needs. Our customers also have the option to use our terminal apps to accelerate time to market. These terminal apps provide a foundation on which you can build your own custom apps, so you can avoid starting from scratch. So one significant advantage over our former dual mode product is the expansion of the number of inputs and outputs, as well as serial interfaces. The dual CAN bus will allow you to connect and control different electronic control units, or ECUs, over various protocols that are supported, like J1939, NIMIA 2000, among others. The inclusion of analog current loops, 420 milliamp inputs, as well as configurable inputs and outputs, provide the ST9100 with the flexibility to connect to external sensors or actuators without the need of any converter. In a common scenario across a variety of applications, this device gathers data from sensors in the field and acts as a remote terminal unit, or RTU, to facilitate sending crucial data to a back office for monitoring. In other situations, the ST9100 will be used to connect to a PLC or external device through serial RS-232, RS-45, and using the Lua framework, will be able to remotely monitor and control that PLC external device. The ST9100 is a very robust device which is designed and built to withstand extreme temperatures, water, dust, shock, and vibration, conditions that are present in many applications. The device is rated to IP67 for ingress protection. The device comes with ORBCOMM embedded cellular SIMs, but also have the option to bring your own SIM using an accessible SIM slot. This reflects the flexibility of the device to adapt to various geographies and customer needs. As a customer, you have the options to use cellular service provided by ORBCOMM, giving you access to a global cellular network with a simplified pricing plan, bringing you peace of mind. You get a single invoice at the end of the month, even if the device has traveled across multiple regions and carriers. The device includes a Bluetooth 5.0 module that ensures a reliable connection with a consistent range over Bluetooth. The Bluetooth connection capability of the ST9100 serves multiple purposes. The main one is to enable the use of Bluetooth sensors such as our ORBCOMM portfolio of sensors, including door, temperature, identification, and more, as well as third-party sensors. Another important application for Bluetooth is to facilitate human-machine interaction with the device. Using our mobile applications, customers can visualize key data from the field to act upon, or even send messages from their mobile devices through the ST9100 via Bluetooth. Partner-developed apps can tap into the Bluetooth functionality of the ST9100, allowing you to take advantage of this new connectivity. And finally, a very important use of Bluetooth is for troubleshooting and development purposes. When a technician is installing or troubleshooting the device in the field and does not want to bring their own laptop, they can use their mobile device to troubleshoot the device and ensure that their equipment is properly functioning. In this slide, you can see a sample of some industries for which the ST9100 is designed. The wide range of applications for the device include typical security AVL applications in the transportation sector to the remote monitoring of oil and gas equipment, including applications in the heavy equipment and utility sectors. As you will realize by the end of the presentation today, the ST9100 is clearly a highly versatile device that will be available for you to integrate and complement your solutions. While the industries presented today are among the most popular for this device, the ST9100 is versatile enough to be used in virtually any industry, particularly because of its programmability. So due to time constraints, I'm not gonna go through every application, but rather I will focus on some key use cases that might be of interest to you. But I'm sure that you'll find some other application within your portfolio where the ST9100 could also be a good fit. So let's jump into more details about those. Very interesting use cases in vessel monitoring. In most countries with coastlines, there are regulatory measures to ensure sustainability of marine environments, especially close to shore with the exclusive economic zones. So additionally, governments will try to counter piracy and illegal fishing practices, among other illegal activities. From the ship owner's point of view, they are mainly interested in safety and having all the information for optimal trip planning. On the other side, Fishing fleet operators are concerned about safety and navigation too, but they also value operational efficiency for fishing and vessel maintenance. The ST9100 proves to be a great fit for this use case with its dual mode capabilities to effectively track vessels far away and close to the shore. It is ruggedized to withstand the harshness of the marine environment and supports protocols such as Canvas and NIMIA 2000 to interact with and get key information from the vessel. With the messaging over satellite feature, fishermen can use the mobile app to send SOS messages or even catch reports. This helps keep them safe and efficient in their fishing activities. Another use case for the marine environment is in the transportation of goods via containers. In today's globalized world, goods are produced far away and shipped across the globe to reach us. Some of these are temperature-sensitive goods that need to be kept in a temperature range to prevent spoilage. Pharmaceuticals and food come to mind, but there are also others like oils, diesel fuel, flammable materials, and chemicals that need temperature control environments. In this scenario, the ST9100 will be connected to the refrigeration unit via serial connector in the bulkhead of the container. This provides telematics capabilities so that the refrigeration unit can be operated remotely while tracking where the containers are at any time. This remote control also allows the reduction of physical pre-trip inspections as well as the possibility of cargo theft, both saving significant amounts of money for shippers and the producers of goods. So let's shift gears back onto the land now. Many of those products that were tracked while in transit on the ocean are now ready to be distributed. Fleet managers are looking at maximizing their profits by increasing efficiency across their fleet. ORBCOMM works directly with fleet managers, developing solutions to enable efficiency, safety, and compliance. This expertise allows us to assist our partners in building custom solutions that deliver value for fleet managers and their customers. Keeping fleet vehicles in motion is key to maximizing uptime. Making sure that appropriate planning and routing is included in all operations will help fleet managers to increase the efficiency of their fleet. Driver and vehicle safety are also very important to increase profitability and generate positive feedback about the company, while also avoiding litigation and compliance issues. Lastly, new directives in the regulation of light and heavy-duty vehicles around the globe are prompting fleet operators to embrace the adoption of new technology so that they can keep operating. We have worked with many fleets to get them up to speed on new regulations, including the electronic logging device or ELD mandate, and the different FMCSA's hours of service regulation. With the ST9100, fleet operators will be able to monitor driving behavior to increase their safety while also receiving information from the engine to optimize vehicle maintenance. With the use of external devices such as a mobile data terminal from Garmin, the terminal will enhance the dispatch operation, improving the overall performance of the fleet. In this use case, we can leverage the Bluetooth technology to connect to additional sensors such as a panic button or fuel level sensors that can reinforce the safety and operational efficiency of the solution. As a note, I want to say that our terminals support onboard geofencing, which will be key in some applications. This onboard geofencing performs better than platform-based geofencing because it works without delay in real time and does not require constant connectivity. So now let's move into the mining and heavy equipment industry. Mining operations are generally located in some of the world's most remote areas where there is no reliable means of communication available. Add to that the very harsh environment and you'll get one of the most challenging scenarios in the machine-to-machine communication and IoT arena. In those situations, it's even more important to have everything under control and maximize the use of your heavy machinery. With the help of the ST9100, the operator will be able to remotely track the location of the vehicles above and below ground to improve safety, planning, and operations. ORBCOMM currently works with the largest players in the heavy equipment industry and is helping them drive innovation by enabling a powerful telematics solution. In simple words, they better understand what their machines are doing and where they are at any given moment. Much of this kind of equipment is rented, and it's key for the rental companies to maximize vehicle utilization and to have a complete view of all of their assets. In the mining use case, there are vehicles that operate both above and below ground. For these vehicles, the ST9100 is a great fit, as the device can help track vehicles above ground using the satellite network and underground by connecting to private cell networks inside the mine. Looking more closely with the ST9100 connecting to the engines and gathering additional data from sensors in the field, it can help enhance preventive maintenance of vehicles, as well as detecting incorrect operation of machinery and enabling prompt reaction to any alert. Engine hours, fuel consumption, and idle ratio are key performance indicators that are essential for contractors who like to improve their asset utilization. This key information is gathered and sent over satellite or cellular networks to a back office. Additional wireless sensors like fuel level or tip angle can also be integrated to enhance the solution. So on to the utility sector now. So power grids refers to the generation, transmission, distribution, and measurements of electricity. The term smart grid refers to an electrical network that is automated and optimized via data obtained from the field in order to take informed actions while optimizing production, distribution, and energy consumption. So we have the main grid, which starts with energy generation through the power plants and its distribution through substation, transmission towers, and power lines. And we also have microgrids, which are upcoming networks with green energy generated by wind or solar farms that also feed the main network. Going down the line, looking at the customers, we have large electrical companies, smaller electrical cooperatives, and residential customers. Electrical protection, automation, and measurement devices are used to minimize power interruptions and to control the network. Electrical utilities seek ways to improve the reliability and availability of the information from the field in real time in order to make decisions on the electrical grid precisely and quickly, aim at improving quality indexes such as System Average Interruption Duration Index, or SAIDI, and System Average Interruption Frequency Index, or SAIFI. ORBCOMM Smart Grid solution is the best solution for monitoring and controlling reclosers and other protective equipment installed in the network. Traditional market solutions based on radio, cellular, or fiber optic have proven to present low performance and instability at critical moments, such as storms, consumption peaks, and overloading of communication channels. A key advantage of our dual mode solution is that it enables communication with electrical devices that are deployed in areas where there is no cellular coverage or complement other equipment with spotty coverage. This gives the utilities an edge when expanding their electricity network to new areas. This slide provides a good overview of the solution with the ST9100 connected to different electrical equipment in the field to gather data that is integrated into the customer supervisory control and data acquisition, or SCADA, via satellite and or cellular. The ST9100 can be connected to capacitor banks to guarantee that high quality electricity is provided, also connecting to voltage regulators to ensure that the electricity stays within a safe range and prevents blackouts. On distribution power lines where there are fault indicators, with the use of the ST9100, the operator can clearly identify when and where a power outage happened and help isolate the faulty area. The ST9100 interfacing with reclosers will be able to remotely monitor characteristics of electricity such as voltage, current, and other values, and act remotely to try to recover from the power outage. So in most cases, the recloser will solve the problem, but in the case that there is a need to send technicians for an on-site maintenance, fleets equipped with the ST9100 devices can be used for prompt dispatch to the location, lowering the mean time to repair, or MTTR index, and maintenance costs. On the residential distribution side, for large consumers, you can use an ST9100 terminal connected directly to the smart meter. Or in the case of an end user, you could use a low power wide area network, or LP1, to concentrate the information from smart meters and connect the LP1 gateway to the ST9100. These smart meters also have the ability to cut off and reconnect electricity remotely. So basically, to sum up this use case, the main benefits obtained by the solution are enhanced quality indexes like SAIDI and SAIFI, lower electricity downtime, avoidance of blackouts, lower cost of maintenance, improved maintenance indexes like the mean time to failure, or MTTF, mean time between failures, or MBTF and MTTR. And also is an scalable solution for new areas of deployment. Oil and gas is another sector where it is mandatory to ensure the continuous operation of critical equipment, from extraction and processing to distribution of oil and gas. These are also referred as to upstream, midstream, and downstream. In order to support the continuous demand for oil and gas, companies are trying to look for ways to monitor the multiple points of failure that are present in the oil and gas network, so that they prevent any downtime in their production. Prompt reaction to accidents is crucial to save human lives and mitigate environmental impact. A clear view of the network and the status of their equipment will help oil and gas companies to maximize benefits and reduce costs. So as you can see in the picture on the right, we can see a high-level diagram of an oil and gas network. So starting with the upstream, oil fields can be located inland or offshore, typically in remote areas where there is no communication available. In a typical use case, the ST9100 could be monitoring and controlling a wellhead compressor at an oil well to help with the extraction of crude oil. This crude oil or natural gas is generally transported by pipelines to processing plants where it is turned into finished products such as gasoline, diesel, asphalt, and plastics, among others. During the transportation, the ST9100 can help with monitoring and controlling protection devices on pipelines to detect leaks, corrosion, tiny cracks, and prevent oil theft. So once the finished goods are obtained, distribution is done via land or water, in which the ST9100 can also play a key role in the proper transportation of the product to the desired destination. Getting more into a specific use case, I wanted to present this slide where a typical oil and gas service company needs to monitor mobile fluid heating tanks that they lease to companies involved in oil extraction. Using the ST9100 together with our ARC terminal app, the device can monitor a number of variables, including tank fluid temperature and flow rates that are key for the safety and good operation of the tank. Fuel level for the tank heater is also monitored. So leveraging the different inputs and outputs, as well as the serial interfaces and protocols, the device connects to tank level sensors, water flow rate panel meters, and multiple temperature sensors. With the peace of mind of having reliable communication over satellite and cellular, the operators can rest assured that they have all the information needed in almost real time and can have a better picture of where all their tanks are for proper operation planning. Another market in the IoT space that is growing quickly is the agri-tech sector. In this vertical, farmers are looking for ways to increase their food production and profitability while protecting the environment. With the new generation of farmers, we have seen many more farms that are considering the use of an IoT in order to improve their business. So many processes in the industry can be tracked, monitored, and controlled remotely to increase production and efficiency. In a typical scenario, we have sensors on the ground are collecting data about the soil, such as temperature, humidity, light, crop health, and automating the irrigation system. Additionally, weather stations provide forecast information on weather patterns. Connecting all of this to an ST9100 will help to gather key information that can be monitored and controlled remotely. In some scenarios, tractors and mobile equipment in the agri-tech sector can also be tracked and monitored by the ST9100 to improve preventive maintenance and provide additional information such as yield mapping to enhance the overall solution. So we have come to the last use case that I want to present today, which is in the water management industry. During all stages of the water management cycle, there are use cases where the ST9100 can help improve the operation and management of the water network. In the water source stage, sensors are used to gather information on the quality and quantity of the water available in surface or ground sources. Sending this data over satellite to government agencies allows them to analyze remote data properly and make them more responsive to emergencies in water sources. On the water distribution of flow phase, typical use cases include the ST9100 being used to monitor reservoir water levels, provide water flow forecasts, and optimize the operation of water resource systems. Additionally, in cases where there is risk of flooding or leakages that can put the water network in danger, the ST9100 is able to remotely control equipment such as pumps, valves, and gates to effectively mitigate effects or even resolve those situations. In the water consumption stage, there are two main customers: feeding thermoelectric power generation and irrigation for agriculture. In the first scenario, the flow rate monitoring and control is essential to ensure that the current amount of water enters the plant. In the second, proper flow rate together with fill out information, as we have seen previously, is needed to optimize crop yield, avoid water waste, and conform to conservation mandates. In a similar way to the electrical distribution, with the inclusion of telematics to the sensors and equipment in the field, we are allowing utility companies to more accurately plan and ensure proper supply of water. And with this concludes our final use case. With that, I would like to hand it back over to Chris to summarize and take some questions.
Thanks, Hugo. That was awesome. And I've noticed there's lots of questions coming through, so I appreciate that. Keep them coming, and we'll get to as many as we can at the end of the presentation. So I just want to summarize kind of everything that Hugo showed us today. So there's a number of use cases that really illustrate the versatility of this device, and it shows that, you know, for any applications that your customers might need, it can pretty much do whatever you need. And you know, this is powered by its robust set of features. So again, the key device features that we reviewed are obviously the dual mode global coverage, number of inputs and outputs, Bluetooth connectivity, programmability to create custom apps, and a ruggedized exterior with IP67 ingress protection. So the global cellular and satellite networks allow you to never lose track of equipment and vehicles. And a number of inputs and outputs allow you to connect with the sensors and the equipment that you need. The added Bluetooth functionality creates new opportunities for connectivity, and it also allows technicians to monitor and service equipment directly from a mobile device while in the field. So this programmable terminal offers a lot of customization, and at the same time, the IP67 protects the device from harsh conditions, whether you're on land, at sea, or even underground. So again, this is a next generation device, and our previous device is already powering hundreds of custom applications and solutions all over the world. So we really tried to listen to our customers here, added features that we felt would help them take their solutions to the next level and really empower their customers. Now, before we get into the question period, I just want to talk about what it means to work with ORBCOMM. So as an ORBCOMM partner, we can offer you a lot more than just a device. First and foremost, we're a mobile virtual network operator, or MVNO. So this allows us to provide global connectivity via our telecom partners using a single ORBCOMM SIM. The ORBCOMM Global SIM is built into the ST9100 device, which gives you access to a global network, meaning that your device stays connected anywhere in the world and can switch from one network to another as the device might travel by land or by sea across geographies. Additionally, we can provide you with a single bill at the end of the month that details your usage across all networks. As a fallback, we provide access to a satellite constellation via the iSat Data Pro network. And this constellation provides coverage in hard to reach places. It also continues processing data when cellular drops off due to storms, buildings, or being out of coverage. This means that your telematics are always on, so you never lose track of any details about your equipment or your vehicle. Additionally, ORBCOMM is a complete solution provider, offering everything you need to build your own customer solution. We can provide you whatever combination of hardware, software, and networks that you need to create innovative customer solutions. This is designed to help you get to market faster and ensuring that you don't have to rely on a number of different companies to get the resources that you need. Because we've been working with partners for many years, our products are built to make you more efficient. Part of this is the hardware and software development kit that we offer. This kit allows you to familiarize yourself with our technology and build custom solutions. The out-of-the-box kit has everything you need to get started. It also allows you to test and validate your solution without having to go into the field. And that way you can ensure that whatever iteration of your solution works flawlessly before it gets launched. If you need support as you develop your solution, we have a team of field application engineers on standby. And I can't emphasize enough, this expert team has really helped our partners develop hundreds of custom solutions using our hardware and our software. Additionally, we have tiered support, so it helps you just resolve any other problems along the way. And our team is on standby to help you with any technical issues or to help you come up with creative solutions, enabling your customers to succeed. So right before we wrap up, we want to take a few moments to answer some questions. So I've seen a number of good questions coming through here, so we're going to get to those. And we'll do as many as we can before we run out of time. So starting off, so Hugo, one of the key questions that was being asked is, how is the ST9100 improving upon previous devices?
Okay, that's a good question. So, well, as we have seen the presentation today, the ST9100 brings on some key additional features for a future-proof device versus previous devices such as the IDP782. So global LTE connectivity with 3G and 2G fallback, that's one of the improvements. Also a larger amount of IOs, inputs, outputs, specifically the 420 milliamp inputs for analog sensors. It's another improvement there. The IP67 ingress protection and also a larger battery. We're also targeting having C1D2 certification for the device as well. So a lot of improvements. Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks, Hugo. Another key question is obviously, when will this device be available?
Well, we are right now in the beta period right now, and also the product introduction has been delayed by COVID-19. It will be available soon. I will ask you to reach out to your account manager for more details on all of this.
Awesome. Thanks, Hugo. So some of our attendees were asking, they have a solution built on a previous version of this device. And they were just wondering if there's backwards compatibility and whether or not their solution will still be supported by the new device.
Yes, so that's another good question. So yeah, the application that you have built for previous products, such as the IDP782 as an example, should be very easy ported to ST9100, as they are all developed under the same Lua framework. So in the case you encounter any problem at all with the integration, you can always refer to our field application engineering team for further assistance.
Awesome, thanks. I've also had a few questions coming through just asking about applications in specific industries or specific use cases. So do you want to just try to capture that as generally as you can, Hugo?
Yeah, well, it's we have seen a lot of interest as well on this device within the different industries, and basically because of the flexibility that it provides with the programmability, uh, it's flexible enough to let you integrate into your specific application. So it's more up to you to integrate that application and develop a specific application targeting your use case.
Awesome. Another question that came up a few times was, can we bring our own SIM to this device?
Absolutely. You have the option to use the ORBCOMM cellular service, or you can put your own SIM into the device through the SIM slot. The SIM slot accepts micro SIMs, so you can perfectly use your local SIM in your geography.
Awesome. In terms of the options to power this device, people are asking what these options are and whether there's a backup battery.
Yes, so the device works on a 9 to 32 voltage range. So it is typically powered through a vehicle battery as an example, or any other source power within that range. So we have seen customers using solar panels as well to power our devices. So the ST9100 has a backup battery of 2000 milliamp hour that will last more or less depending on the reporting rates that the application requires.
Awesome, thanks. So another one that we were seeing was questions about C1D1 and C1D2 certification in the oil and gas industry. Do we have that on this device?
Yeah, we're targeting having C1D2 certification for the device. We're targeting that, so it's in the
Awesome.
roadmap.
Great. Okay, so just going through these questions here. There's a whole bunch. So it looks like we're not going to have time to get to all of them, but definitely reach out to our sales team if you weren't able to get your question answered. Another question I've seen a few times there is whether or not there's a data sheet. So yes, there is a data sheet. It will be available soon. So again, I'll just ask you to reach out to your sales rep to get your hands on that. Um, okay, let's see here. Any plans for 4G functionality there, Hugo?
Well, the 4G is it's already like the device has 4G, so LTE connectivity, global LTE connectivity. So it provides global LTE connectivity with 3G and 2G fallback. We have sensed that in some areas in some areas in Latin America and some other areas, there are still networks on 2G and 3G networks. So we have the whole solution. We have 4G, 3G, and 2G fallback, and satellite as a backup as well.
Awesome. A few questions about the approximate latency on the device.
Sorry, I didn't catch it.
So people are asking what's the approximate latency on the device?
Oh, the latency on the ST9100. I guess they mean about satellite latency, and the latency is less than 15 seconds for a typical 100 byte message.
Awesome.
So it's less than 15 seconds to get that message through our satellite network and back. And of course, on cellular is much lower latency.
Awesome. Another question here. So what type of troubleshooting can we get using the mobile app?
Um, well, with the mobile app, you can basically connect to the terminal, and the idea is that you will be able to connect, see the satellite, see if it's working properly, and we are targeting to include as well, um, uploading the firmware through a mobile app, through our mobile app, so our customers could also do some firmware upgrades without having to reach to the terminal. In some occasions, this terminal is installed in a complicated physical point, or you don't have really a good access to the terminal, with using the Bluetooth, you can connect to the terminal and do some troubleshooting as well.
Awesome. Is the terminal saltwater corrosion certified?
And the terminal is IP67, which is certified to be immersed in water for at least 30 minutes, for under 1 meter, for more than 30, for at least 30 minutes. So yeah, the terminal itself is certified. It to operate in a very harsh environment, also for dust, water, and we have not similar terminals that we have developed in the past, and we have not seen. We have been very successful. We didn't get we didn't get many complaints about it.
Awesome. Okay, another one was, can you tell me over what network the ST9100 will function?
Yeah, so the ST9100 will function as on the ISAT Data Pro network. So the ISAT Data Pro network is the Inmarsat satellite network based on geolocation satellites, and yeah, and will also be functioning on cellular networks on, as I said, 2G, 3G, and 4G.
Awesome. Great. Another question I have here is, where is customer asset information stored, on the customer server or on an ORBCOMM server?
The customer access, the information can be both stored on their own server, or normally the customer will have their own server where they can get the information. So the information goes through our gateway, our satellite gateway, and then they can retrieve that data for their server and their platforms. So the idea is that, yeah, we provide the whole communication. We also have platforms and terminal apps to facilitate the development for their solutions. But the idea is that they will integrate those and be able to gather the data and show them into their platform.
Awesome. That's great. Do we have any demo items or a partner program in order to try the device?
So we are, as I said, we are right now in the beta program. So customers are beta trialing our ST9100, but the program right now is kind of closed for new additions. So we have more than 20 something partners around the globe testing our device. We're getting all the data, all the feedback from the product, and then we'll start deploying that in production.
Awesome. So just a question about using the device globally. So does ORBCOMM have type approvals for any countries outside of North America?
So yes, so we do have certifications and for all different countries, and some of them are owned by us directly, and some others are through our VARs. So we're very happy about all the bar business channels that we have, and all of our customers that are selling our devices and integrating into their own platforms in the different countries. So yes.
Awesome. Great. Is the satellite service two-way?
Yes. Yes, of course.
Awesome.
It's two-way communication. Yes.
That's great. Okay. Well, we appreciate everyone taking the time. I did see a number of questions about how to get more information about the device, about pricing, information on the website. So in the coming days, you'll be seeing more information being published. And if you're looking to get information right away, I think definitely reach out to your sales representative, and they'll get you what you need. And as we said, we'll be announcing the timeline shortly. obviously, things have been affected by COVID-19. Additionally, we will be posting the recording of this along with some answers to the questions. So stay tuned for that in the next couple of days. We'll be publishing this recording with any answers to questions, and that way you can see the slides for reference as well. So just a reminder that when you close down this webinar, you'll be redirected to SurveyMonkey. We would really appreciate if you could take the time just to answer those 6 quick questions. It just really helps us improve this content for the next time and make it more valuable to you so that you can learn more about our next generation devices. So with that, I think we'll wrap up. We'd like to thank you all for joining us today, and we'll talk to you soon. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Thank you, everyone.